the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
Open my door because my window don't work, right?
Okay.
And then I said, so what I did wrong?
Yeah.
He said, well, for one, your headlights are off under this weather. I'm like,
Okay.
there's multiple people headlights off,
Okay,
first of
that's
all.
still a
And then there's no rain.
It doesn't matter. You're still required to have headlights on.
Can you pull that law up?
Huh?
Can you pull that law up?
Yeah, when you step out of the car, I will.
Can you call your supervisor?
Huh?
Can you call your supervisor?
All right, go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle. Show me your hands. Here.
I'm here. What is your reason, sir?
Step out.
What is your reason?
Step out now. All right.
No, don't.
Get on the ground.
William Mcneil Jr., thank you for recording that video back in February, because had you not, we would not be here right now. I hope and pray that you get the justice that you deserve. That was very hard for us to watch. Very hard, because you didn't deserve that. You were one of the most calm young men that I have ever seen. And for them to do you like that, to handle you like that, to abuse you like that, Jesus, this world is effed up. Or really the people in this world. But I just pray that you get justice. And I hope that, I know they were saying that you were suffering from PTSD, and I understand that. You faced a very traumatic experience that you didn't even have to. But God is a healer, and I pray that you get everything that you deserve, and they do too. Everything that they deserve too. But thank you for remaining calm. Thank you to your parents, your family, your friends, whomever was in your life and is in your life. I know you all are proud of them. You didn't disrespect them one time. But they've been doing this year after year, and there's so much that we haven't even seen. So many cases that go under that nobody ever knows about. But this one, you only proven, you proved your case. And I pray that you get everything you deserve. God bless you, William Mcneil Jr.
Family, the incident where William Mcneil Jr., a black 22-year-old man, was kicked out of his car, beaten, that much. That is a high level of police brutality right there. And it's saddening that this is still happening in 2025. It doesn't matter the color of the skin. If he was even white, Asian, or whatever race, it is unacceptable for the police to do whatever they did right there. It saddens me even much, because for me, I take it as an incident where he was profiled because of the color of his skin. I watched that video keenly. At first, he opened the door. After he opened the door, he continued asking the police officers, why did you guys stop me? I want to know. He has a right to know why he wants to be arrested. He has a right to know why he's being stopped over. Then it was the issue with the light. Then he said that everyone else was driving without their lights on. There is nothing much with the weather. But that really offended the officers, and he shut the door again. The next thing we see is the window being taken down and him being hit. That is unacceptable. For me, that doesn't sit well with me. So far, I want you to watch this series of videos of black folks reacting to the same. People are not happy with whatever happened in Florida. Once the videos are done, we will get back and do a critical analysis about the same. Let's watch this together, family.
First of all, shut your... Let me control myself right now, dog. You know what? Fuck that. Shut your weak ass up, fuck nigga. And let me just say this. Y'all know me. I like black. I like white. It don't even matter. I'm all about right and wrong. Fuck the color right now. It's about right and wrong accountability that grown ass Jacksonville Sheriff Department can't take. In so many words, you saying that police officer ain't did nothing wrong. Nothing. Bitch, we must watch 2 different videos. Because I don't know what the hell you saw or what you talking about. And comply. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me y'all can pull people over, ask them questions, but ain't nobody allowed to say nothing to y'all? No, we can't say nothing to y'all. No hey, no nothing. Just comply. TK Waters, you a hoe. I'm just gonna say it just like that, boy. Them white folk must got your ass in a chokehold. Because the way you trying to save these police officers, nigga. And not only that, you acting like this shit is normal. This is what y'all normally do on a daily basis. Like this not no shocking news or nothing. So then TK Waters, he began to say, okay, they took the officer badge just for right now until they get to the bottom of it. The bottom? You ain't see that dude at the bottom getting beat? It was 5 versus 1. And the crazy part about it, the dude ain't even swing. Yo, sheriff was doing all the swinging. And then you gonna come out and say this would have never happened if only he just would have be quiet and comply?
Okay, so boom. So I know some of y'all are anti-calling black men out when they full of shit, but I'm not. And this man right here, TK Waters, the sheriff down there in Jacksonville, Florida, is full of shit. Let me explain. Back in February, William Mcneil Jr. was driving home minding his business when he get pulled over by the police. So rightfully so, William is like, hey, why I'm getting pulled over? What I do? Mind you, William window don't roll down. So he opened his door and asked the police like, hey, what I do? Why am I getting pulled over? The police tell him that he getting pulled over because he don't have his headlights on. William is confused because he like, it's broad daylight, it's not raining, what do I need my headlights on for, right? Clearly the interaction with the first officer didn't go down too smooth because we get another officer. William starts explaining his first interaction to the new officer like, hey, check this out, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm getting pulled over for. He's talking about something, I ain't got no headlights on. So the other officer, the second officer that pulled up, he like, yeah, you supposed to have your headlights on type vibes, right? So William is like, okay, well, show me the law, because that don't make no sense to me, right? Next thing we know, the initial officer or the first officer on William's side, he busts the window in.
Go for it. Exit the vehicle now. Exit the vehicle.
Well, Legally Hype, why are you saying that Sheriff TK is full of shit? Check this out.
Look at the other video from the cell phone video.
Yeah.
I can understand the officer punching the window out. But what I don't understand is, and I know you said that this was not ruled criminal, sucker punching the guy in the jaw.
First of all, let me stop you. Not a sucker punch. I'm not excusing that administratively. I'm going to say that to you one more time. I'm not excusing that administratively. There are things that we definitely need to look at. But the context of this video should tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, it tells us everything that we need to know, including the fact that you full of shit because you didn't see this. And I haven't had a chance to read all the court documents yet, but apparently that sucker punch that we saw was ruled to be not criminal. What about this part?
Stop fighting! Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
So now I'm trying to figure out how somebody who got snatched out of their seatbelt out of the car that y'all have full bodily control over was resisting arrest after you then punched him in his face and threw him on the ground. So from this incident, Mcneil ended up being charged with resisting arrest without violence. He had a little Mary Jane on him, driving with a suspended license, and not wearing a seatbelt. Hold the fuck on. That wasn't him locked in his seatbelt before they snatched him out? Now, apparently it was something in the police report that claims that an officer saw Mcneil try to reach for a knife, and then TK doubled down on the bullshit, talking about some, oh, we couldn't see his hands. Okay, I got something for you.
I'm here. What is your...
You full of shit, TK.
So this raccoon said that it wasn't a sucker punch. He's trying to tell us after we seen the video that it wasn't a sucker punch. There's a video, sir. It clearly shows a punch. Actually, it shows 2 punches. And the second one looks like an uppercut. So who are you trying to convince? Yourself? It's so crazy that y'all go so hard to defend the bad ones instead of being transparent and exposing the bad ones. And at the very least, just say, you know what? There's going to be an investigation and we're going to look into it and see what's going on. You are taking the side of the aggressor. For what reason? I don't know. Like Cube said, the black cops showing up for the white cops. That's all it is. Shit is not difficult to understand. There's a video. Dummy. This is so crazy. How you guys sleep at night? Don't you guys have kids? Nephews? Talking about he should have complied. Talking about he should have complied. All he asked was for a supervisor. And because he was mad that he questioned his so-called authority, he punched him in the face, dragged him out the car. It's crazy. And then y'all wonder why we hate y'all so much. It's because y'all are not just. Y'all are supposed to be here to serve and protect. But y'all are tyrant. Y'all terrorize people. And the black ones are worse. This is the reason why there's no good cops. Because the good ones don't want to speak up against the bad ones. And it doesn't make sense to me, because that will make us trust y'all more if y'all was more transparent. Dude asked for a supervisor, got punched in the face twice, drag out the car, violate all his rights. Oh yeah, he's getting paid. I don't know, some of y'all are out here talking nonsense. This dude is getting paid, and the taxpayers are going to pay. And I hope, for those who don't care about black people, I hope y'all understand, it's going to come out of your pockets. And you know what's crazier? These people behind closed door, they know who to put in front. They put two black dudes and a white dude. Hey, we got two black dudes, and one of them is the sheriff. So anything we did was justified. Like, we are that stupid.
So, like everybody else, I saw that William Mcneil Jr. video, and the first one I saw was them knocking down the window and punching him in the face, right? So whenever I see anything like that, I'm like, that's crazy, because if he's not being violent, the police have no reason to hit him. But I always try to reserve judgment because I know there's going to be more to the story that comes out, and then the video comes out and says, see, y'all got to see the whole video. He deserved it. So I'm like, okay, well, there you go. I was wrong. So then I watched the video, right? And the video, they pull him over and they say, why is your door open? He says, because my windows don't work. And he says, why did you pull me over? He says, because it's inclement weather and you don't have your lights on. And then he says, because you weren't wearing your seatbelt. And the comments on all these videos, y'all are saying, well, he should comply. Shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about? You are not under any legal authority to listen to the police officer if you didn't do anything wrong. The police officers in the video didn't have the lights on in their cars in inclement weather. There's no reason to do that. So then, if he's not being violent, why are you punching him? He's sitting there, and it's like, if he's not being violent, like, do y'all understand? Epstein didn't get punched in the face. Dylan Roof didn't get punched in the face. George Zimmerman didn't get punched in the face. But the guy sitting there gets punched in the face. And so many of y'all are saying, well, you just need to comply. Conservatives will tell you that I support the Second Amendment because it's to fight against a tyrannical government. Because as in the tyrannical government, it's like, when you're fighting against the tyrannical government, when they're being tyrannical, who do you think they're going to send? Like, let's say the president wants to be tyrannical. Do you think he's going to be the one they send? Do you think the politicians are going to? No, they're going to send the police. So what you're saying is you have your Second Amendment right to shoot a police officer when he's doing something he's not supposed to do. So when he's punching this man in the face, y'all response is, well, maybe you just need to comply. Like, which one is it? And if there's a video that comes out that shows Mcneil had just beat up a baby or something, I will absolutely record another video that says, okay, look, I was wrong. He deserved it. Okay. But as of right now,
the police officers are wrong. Like, what are y'all watching to where, like, they said, well, you're under arrest. For what? Your lights being off? You're under arrest for, you're resist, like, what, look, why are you, like, what is there to resist? You are this hardened criminal for not turning on his lights needs to go to jail? Are y'all crazy?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm speaking from the heart, right? The William Mcneil video is very disturbing, and I'm speaking as a police officer. I've been a police officer for 6 going on 7 years. It's disturbing because, and I'm just get straight to it, the black officers, like the black officers that was on scene, y'all definitely could have stepped up and shut all that shit down. Y'all definitely could have stepped up, because, like, what, like, are we serious right now? And I've been in situations, felony stops. I've been in situations where there was a gun in the car, we didn't know, and we had to yank somebody. I've been in situations where you had to use force, and I understand, but that was not one of those situations. He wasn't being combative, and if you want to call talking combative, like, let's be real, man. Go police for somebody. Go be a real police. Go do something. Cause y'all, like, what pisses me off is that in times like these, y'all double down. Instead of just being community police, y'all double down on bullshit. Why would you punch that man in the face? Not once, but twice. Why did he have to get slammed on the ground? And granted, bro, I've policed for way more dangerous cities than damn Jacksonville, I promise you. Like, what is the problem? It's disturbing because those black officers exuberated cowardness. Like, y'all are cowards, bro. Y'all sat there and let that happen to that man for no reason. For no reason. He didn't deserve none of that. None of that. And I won't even speak against William. I'm speaking against y'all. Because what are we actually doing? You know what comes with this badge? It's a lot that come with this badge, man. And time and time again, I see, witness people try to find their identity in this badge. If you've never been in a position of leadership, never had power in your hands and been held to a standard before, you're gonna abuse this badge. So before you take your ass over there to that police academy and thinking that you want to be police because you need some sort of ego boost, like, bro, it ain't for you. This job is not for everybody. If you've never been in a position of leadership, never, if all your life you've been looked down on, bullied, whatever, and you decide to pick up this badge, and now that you got some sense of pride or macho man in you, bro, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Because a lot of situations you can talk yourself out of. All you had to do is just explain to him what was going on. And if he didn't want to listen, keep explaining. Bro, you got all the time in the world. You have nothing else to do but answer calls. You got all the time in the world. And if he kept going, there's ways to do shit. Punching that man window out, and then punching him in the face, and then yanking him out and punching him in the face and slamming him on the ground again. Bro, y'all are cowards. Everybody in that video, but I expect that from the guys. I expect that from them, but not from y'all, black officers. Cowards, bro. And it's a lot. It's a lot in the field. Everybody that wear this badge is not upstanding citizens. I'm telling you, firsthand, a lot of these people that wear these badges are doing it to boost their egos because they never been looked at in such a caliber until they put this badge on. I'm disgusted. And I hope this video's find the family of those officers. I hope it does. I hope it finds those officers. You can write me, come at me, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. You're a coward, boy. That's terrible. Do better.
I understand some people see this as racial profiling. I understand some people see it because of the color of the skin. But my point is, regardless of whether the guy is black, white, Asian, doesn't really matter. Those cops had no right to treat that guy like they did. You know what I mean? You break the window, you punch the guy immediately, then tell him to get out. Why not just tell him to get out and then give him chances to get out? He was asking questions. He wasn't even refusing. He was asking questions. Why are you pulling me out? Why this? Why that? He has the right to ask what is going on. And you're telling me that you don't have the patience? If you don't have the patience, you should not be a cop. One of the main things they teach at the academy is to de-escalate. If you don't have the patience, then you shouldn't be a cop. That's plain and simple. You need to learn how to de-escalate. So if tensions are high, bring it down. Don't escalate it. Don't let it go far where you have to act the way you act and do something you stupid like that. But regardless, what do you guys think is the reason the cops acted this way? Is it because of the color of his skin? And also, what should happen to the cop? Please leave me a comment below.
One day, there's going to be a driverless police car, and it's going to pull you over, and you're not going to have any idea why. And a drone is going to fly out from that vehicle, and it's going to tell you that you've broken the law, and it will be authorized to use lethal force if you do not comply. Now, you are faced with two options: comply and deal with whatever consequence comes with that, or don't comply and deal with the consequences of that. That robot will have more rights than you, will be covered in the court of law, and in the event that you lose your life, the police force are going to make you out to be the villain. Now, if you know you've done nothing wrong, do you still comply, or do you ask questions? Many of you don't have answers right now. And to that I say, exactly. Many of you are saying you would exercise your right as an American citizen. Do you have more rights as an American citizen than a police officer? If it's a robot, you tell yourself yes. But if it's a human with a gun and a badge, you think the best answer is always comply. Now ask yourself, why? Is that true? William Mcneil did not reach for any weapons. He did not physically resist anyone. He was told to step out of a vehicle for not having his headlights on in the day. It's unfortunate, but the only way some of you will understand is when you're on the other side of it.
Like, there's nothing that you can say to justify an officer for punching a citizen in the face. But this new release footage can easily show how this all could have been avoided.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you. I'm telling you why I'm pulling you over. Give me your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance.
No, call your supervisor. Why?
Excuse me?
Call your supervisor. Why did you pull me over?
I've already told you.
Why did you pull me over?
Step out of the vehicle.
No.
Step out of the vehicle.
Now, I can certainly understand his frustration to getting pulled over for not having headlights on. Allegedly, that was the reason why he got pulled over. But for him to not acknowledge and give his license and his registration and then slam the door in the police face is the reason why the shit escalated. Now, there's still no reason why this guy got sucker punched in his face and then hit multiple times when he exited the vehicle. That should have never transpired. Now, if he only would have complied with the officer's request, probably none of this would have happened. Or maybe he would have still got sucker punched multiple times once he exited the vehicle. But at least you got it on camera showing that you complied versus antagonizing them and then the shit leading to this.
I really hate that as black people, it seems like we can never get a break. I don't know if you guys saw the horrible video that was posted by the Shade Room of this incident where the police in Jacksonville, Florida attacked William Mcneil Jr. He's a 22-year-old black man that was driving and was allegedly pulled over because his headlights were off and it was inclement weather. And in the video, if you guys look up the video, it was horrible. It was horrible. They posted a trigger warning, but the trigger warning was not even enough. It wasn't enough because that's how horrible it was. So in the video, you see William Mcneil, he's driving, he's in the driver's seat and he's talking to a police officer through the passenger door and he's asking, why is he being pulled over? They're telling them because it's his headlights and it's inclement weather, and he's like, it's not inclement weather, it's the daytime. Like, what is the issue? Why are you trying to arrest me or pull me over in the first place? Then in the midst of that, you hear the officer that he's talking to tell the other officer, like, oh, go ahead, do it. And the other officer, which is on the driver's side, he's busting at his window, and he busts the window open. And he punches him in the face. It's horrible. It's horrible. They punch him in the face. They drag him out the car. They tell him to stop resisting. And they about 3 or 4 officers attack him, including a black officer. They beat him to the ground. I had to close out the video. It was actually insane. And when it was posted today, like I said, this incident occurred February 19th of this year. When it was posted today online, Jacksonville Sheriff's Department, they didn't have an apology. This is a statement that the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office had posted. We are aware of a video circulating on social media showing a traffic stop represented to be from February 19th, 2025. We have launched an internal investigation. What do you mean investigation? We've seen the video. They need to be charged. They need to be fought. We've launched an internal investigation into it and the circumstances surrounding this incident. What do you mean circumstances? We hold our officers to the highest standards and are committed to thoroughly determining exactly what occurred. Anyone that has 2 eyes or ears can determine exactly what occurred. So this was a horrible statement that they had to say. And that's all they had to say. So following the incident, they actually arrested him, and they said arrest reports state that Mcneil Jr. became verbally combative with the arresting officer, and that the officer asked him for his driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance, to which he replied, call your supervisor. But he didn't do that. So apparently leading up to this, Mcneil had closed and locked his door, and the officer had demanded identification, to which he refused. And then in the video, you can hear him asking the officer to pull out the law that he was believed to have violated. And the officer says, when you step out of the car, I will. Then he asked for his supervisor, and the officer can be heard telling the other officer that's on the driver's side of the door to go for it, which is insane. To which he strikes the driver's side of the door 3 times, the window, he strikes it 3 times and breaks it, shatters it before punching him. As the officer yells, exit the vehicle now, exit the vehicle, he punches him in the face once before asking him to show him his hands. He shows his hands, the driver's side is open by the officer, and Mcneil's seatbelt is unfastened as he asks, what is your reasoning, sir, before being pulled out of the seat. The video is horrible. They literally drag him out of the car. According to the arresting officer in the report, he writes that he told Mcneil that he was being placed under arrest for resisting an officer without violence, and that Mcneil refused to exit the vehicle. This is all in the officer's report. Horrible. I gave the suspect several warnings that I was going to break the window and remove him from the vehicle if he did not comply with lawful commands. The suspect continued to refuse to comply, at which time I broke the driver's window and opened the driver's door. The officer writes. This is in the report, mind you. The video then appears to show an officer hitting Mcneil Jr. in the face, again, as multiple officers. This is when he's outside the car. He's surrounded by 3 officers at this time. Okay, he is punched in the face again multiple times. They push him to the ground and they're yelling out commands. The arresting officer adds in his report that he believed Mcneil was reaching for a knife under his seat before being dragged out, and he was continuing to pull away from officers while refusing to place his hands behind his back, which required other officers to apply physical force. Okay. And the camera doesn't pick up what's happening as he's on the ground, but he can be heard saying, what's going on? This is actually crazy. He says, the officer responded, you're under arrest. That's what's going on. Is this what's going on in America in 2025? It just seems like it's something every day with us, and I don't know what it's going to take for things to change. It's sad.
Fam, I really lack the words to describe the situation with William Mcneil Jr., only 22-year-old black guy, driving, on his way home, then gets stopped by traffic officers. And then that is what happens next. Being punched, your car broken for no apparent reason. The only mistake William Mcneil Jr. did was ask why he's being stopped, and insisting to know the details, and insisting for the supervisor to be called, because from where he was sitting, he had not seen any mistake that he had done. How long will this be continuing in America? How long with black people being profiled? You know, I'd say, I know some people would say it's not a matter of the color of the skin. It doesn't matter. This is not a racist situation. But yo, did you see what happened there? That was crazy. The force that the police officers used was just too much. Did they really, was there a need for them to use all that force? Was William Mcneil Jr. attacking them? You know, in as much as he was trying to resist, he was very calm. He was very, very calm. He was asked to show his hands. He did show his hands. You know, he showed that he was not in any way trying to harm or attack the police officers. Then what happens next? The window is taken down. Blows. You saw what happened, the aftermath of him being removed from the car. You know, he was really beaten badly. I really hope that the police officers release the full video of their body cameras. We want to see all that. We want to see even what happened after William Mcneil's video was over. How long did they beat him down there? Did he deserve to be beaten, you know, that much? What did he do to deserve that kind of beating? You know, when we see such things, it saddens us so much, man. How long will this continue? Remember, this is a video from February 10th. It took a long time for William Mcneil even to release it. Fam, this is very, very sad. And this is unacceptable that this should be even happening in 2025. Remember, the issue was that his lights were not on. You know, his lights were not on. Something that they could easily discuss and get to arrest him well. But he insisted and said the weather is not that much bad for the lights to be open. He even said that even the police vehicle itself had not put on their lights. People who were passing had not put on their lights. Why were they targeting William Mcneil? What was different about this guy? Is it his skin color? Let's just think about this aloud. What was different with William Mcneil's situation? Why wasn't he being whooped the way he was beaten? Family, that is unacceptable. That was wrong. There are many different notions of how the situation could have been tackled, but having seen how William Mcneil Jr. was punched many times, I just find that to be so wrong. Somebody who's raised his hands and showed you that he's not even armed. Did they get anything in the car that could explain why they did that to William Mcneil? Did they get a firearm or something? Was the police lives in danger? What was the reason? What was the trigger? Why did they feel manipulated? Family, this could easily be another situation that could have led to what happened, you know, during the time of George Floyd. I can't breathe stuff. You know, this could be another one. And that should not be accepted. Wherever the color of skin is, that is just a no. I really hope that the police officers may be put to book and arrested and jailed for whatever they've done, because I don't think that is under the law of the United States of America for police officers to treat a citizen of their nation the way they treated William Mcneil Jr. That was so wrong. And I also thank God that he was brave enough to record the video, because he now had evidence on what transpired. That's why they even went further to check the body cam, you know, to get to understand the other part of it, what triggered whatever happened. I thank the Lord that actually happened. Probably if William Mcneil Jr. did not have recorded that, then the whole situation and the whole investigation could have been done in the favor of the police officers, and William could easily rot in jail. I really pray and hope that we get to see these footages. We get to give William the justice he deserves. The police officers should actually rot in prison for whatever they did right there. I do not care whatever triggered them. What I insist is the fact that William Mcneil Jr. did not attack them. The only thing he did consistently, even before they attacked his car. The other time when it was open, what he did consistently was ask, why was I pulled over? You know, what mistake did I do? My lights were off, I do not refuse, but other people's lights were also off. Could I speak to your supervisor? What was wrong about that? What was wrong about Mcneil questioning the police officers? You know, you want to know why you were arrested. To me, that was nothing wrong, and I really, really hope that he gets justice. Guys, like the video so that it can be recommended to other YouTube users, and fam, in a special way, kindly comment down below. Let me know what you think about the situation. Do you think William Mcneil overdid, you know, his resistance to being arrested? Do you think it was wrong for him to question the police officers? According to me, I think it was okay for him to do that, because you also see the aftermath of whatever happened after he questioned them. What if he came off the car earlier and whatever happened could have been worse? Because I tend to understand after him banging the door is when he started recording the video. What could have been the aftermath of this whole situation without us having a reference point of William Mcneil's video? Family, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be very, very grateful. Kindly do consider subscribing to the channel. We are currently on the road to 50,000 subs, and I really, really appreciate you all if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you all in our next episode. Goodbye for now.